for Monday, October 27th, 2014. Today we get the devil. So the issue with the devil is, of course, we have physical aims. I like to think of people when I think of Major Arcana cards. And when I think of the devil, I think of actually someone who's really a good person. Martin Luther King Jr. is a great example of the highest, most sort of alchemically golden use of devil energy. Because ultimately the devil has high aims, high ambitions, and it's what we do with those ambitions and that payoff that determines how shadow or light we're actually going to go with the devil. So if we think of in terms of Martin Luther King Jr., he was really brilliant at gathering many, many resources, and he used those resources and attention and fame to help the whole civil rights movement move forward. And it couldn't have happened without that amount of resources and that amount of attention. Now, of course, that's a very light side of the devil. There's always the shadow, and the shadow is addiction, materialism, getting lost in sort of one-dimensional thinking. All we can see is the world without spirituality. We only see pleasure for pleasure's sake. We only see food and drink and engagement for the purpose of giving us something that we want or we feel we need. And it's a very kind of dry relationship to the external world. So the trouble with the devil is that every time we see this card in a reading, we think, oh no, there's something to be worried about, or someone's lying to me, or something devilish is going to happen. But really what it's asking from us is a certain level of soul maturity. So today might be a really good day for you to think about your resources. It might be a really good day to think about your ambitions and ask yourself some honest questions. Are you ambitious? Are you engaged with your ambition because you want to have some sense of power or some sense of empty need felt or filled? Do you feel like you have an addictive relationship to your resources, or are you using your ambitions for good? Are you doing something to change the world and you know that you have to reach wide amounts of people and have lots of resources to make that happen? So it's a thin-edged razor, and it's not always good and it's not always bad. And if you do those self-assessments and you find that you're coming from a sort of dead place or a negative place, it's not much, it only takes a bit of awareness and consciousness to really change it to that sort of golden place. So really when we're looking at tarot cards, we're looking at the whole spectrum from lead to gold if we're thinking in terms of alchemy. With the devil card, you have a real opportunity today to take some very leaden material and turn it into gold. So be active in this. Ask yourself questions. Ask yourself if you're being materialistic for materialism's sake. Are you only interested in the way that you appear on the surface, or are you interested in using your appearance for good? It's about where your intention lies that really makes the devil a positive or negative card today. So take the time to assess where you're putting your power, assess where you're putting your energy, and if you're coming from a place of just wanting to fill what's empty, the best thing you can do is first admit that to yourself, and then start refocusing your aims to being of greater good to humanity, being of beneficial influence, and that'll bring you in alignment with using this ambitious devil energy in a way that is sort of matching with your sense of purpose in life, matching with what you came here to do. So I hope it helps. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow for another one card of the day reading. Bye.